Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got a lot to get to today. We got to talk about, first of all, Jalen Hurst, Super Bowl contender, man. Listen, he was at USC's practice. Listen, it's go time. It's on and popping. Listen, doesn't it feel like the Pete Carroll days? Snoop Dogg, all those different guys on the field. It was Action Jackson. It is straight up go time. You now got Jalen Hurst there. And look, can you imagine what some of the players were thinking? Listen, everybody feels it now. Everybody feels that vibe now. Everybody knows that USC is turning the curve. No, USC has turned the curve. And look, with that being said, I told you guys last May that I was throwing the keys away. Listen, we went 11-3 last year. I sat here last year in this chair and projected that provided we stay healthy, that we are going to go. We're going to go 11-1, possibly 12-0, provided we stay healthy. And I said the Utah game was 50-50. I'm getting ready to make a projection. I'm going to do that after the game, after the spring game. But listen, it's game time. It's go time. It's on and popping. It's the day before the game. These guys are getting moving, ready to move and groove. We want to talk about that. Now, it has been some official visit rule changes as far as recruits now, how many trips they can take. Normally, they would take 5. That rule has changed. We're going to talk about that briefly. Also, Mason Cobb, Tackett Curtis, linebacker Mason Cobb, Shane Lee, and Coach Odom all are talking about Tackett Curtis. Listen, that just confirms what Anthony Beaver said when he was on this show this past Sunday, being that Tackett Curtis was one of the most explosive players that he's seen. Also, there's a new NIL out, new NIL group. We're going to briefly talk about that. I won't get into that a lot. But listen, it is a lot going on. It is a buzz right now on campus. Let's take a look at the spring update. Let's take a look at this information. Let's go. Take a look at is Jalen Hurst coming through the scene. Listen, he came on campus. He wanted to be a part and check out Lincoln Riley and check out the USC Trojans, man. And look, he is here, man. Look, man, you guys hit me in the comment section. And doesn't this feel like, you guys know, doesn't this feel like when all the stars, man, the actors, Snoop Dogg, everybody on the sideline for USC practice? And look, it's happening all over again. Yes, he was a former player of Lincoln Riley, but man, what an honor to be able to have somebody like Jalen Hurst to come and check out USC practice. Man, this is just the tip of the iceberg what we're getting ready to see. But Jalen Hurst was in the building today, and man, it was a wonderful thing just to be able to see that. All right, so the first thing we got to get to, we got to talk about Coach Odom, man. He made some very telling comments, and you see Tackett out there. You see Kalen Bullock back there, number 7. And look, man, Tackett Curtis, I tell you what, man, listening to these comments coming from Coach Odom, and then we're going to move on to what Mason Cobb and Shane Lee said. It's just pretty unbelievable, and we can see where this is going already. So let's take a look at what Coach Odom said about Tackett Curtis. And coincidentally, Caleb Williams himself put up Tackett Curtis on the story the other day. And that alone just kind of let me know, man, this thing is really getting big as far as just his whole character of who he is and his ability. I mean, it's almost becoming like, look, man, I'm not going to say it, but look, this is going somewhere, and it's going somewhere big. You guys are hearing it from me first. Tackett Curtis is the man. But let's take a look at
what's Tackett shown you as a freshman this spring.
Well, it's kind of what you thought when you go through the recruiting process with him, and you've known him for as long as we've known him, for a few years now. Pretty consistent habits throughout the recruiting process, and then whenever he gets here, the thing that you learned about Tackett that is pretty unique is you had a good idea of what his best was, but how consistently he's close to his best that's the one thing that separates him from a lot of other people. He's consistently very, very close to his best. He doesn't have a lot of bad days, and his bad days aren't very far off from all of his good days. So that's a huge compliment to him. I like the way he's working. He's progressed a lot this spring camp. He's done well. He's very physical. He's got a unique knack to be able to find the ball. He's a competitor, and he's fearless. We're lucky to have him. Glad he's here.
You have some depth there, but what does he have to do to get on the field this fall and kind of force his way into action?
Yeah, I think that if he continues to make plays, then you're going to see a lot of it. He's got to absorb the playbook, and it's going to be, with any freshman that comes in, that's going to be something that they've got to be able to do. But he's done a good job of progressing from where he was when he came here to where he is today. He's got to continue to build on that and get better with, knowing all of his assignments. But as long as he's as physical as he's been showing in these practices and as fast as he is on the field, his game speed's really, really fast. He's got great closing speed. He cares about it. He plays hard. So there's a great chance you'll be able to see him on the field.
Also, we want to take a look at what Mason Cobb and Shane Lee said real briefly. This thing is very telling. Let me say this. This is not normal. Not saying that guys don't come along, but sometimes it takes a little longer for players to develop. But when some people just have what you call that it factor, man. Tacky Curtis has that it factor, and even Mason Cobb, Shane Lee recognize it.
Man, he's a dog, man. He's got a motor.
Man, he's a dog, man. He's got a motor, and it never runs out of gas. So, a guy like that, even for me, being an older dude, he keeps me on my toes. Watching film with him and seeing him run to the ball always, encourages me too, and a lot of older guys. So, him coming in, he brings a lot of that fire and that juice to the room for sure.
He's a hard worker, man. He doesn't say too much. He just gets to work, man, and he's a great guy to be around.
Also, DeAndre Carter tweeted out that he will be at USC this weekend. DeAndre Carter, big-time offensive lineman from Modern Day High School. He tweeted this out. And look, he's just one of many. Man, the list is full. It's going to be go time. It's going to be on and popping. But look, I wanted to address this rule change. It's a rule change that's coming out while I'm on the recruit talking about DeAndre Carter. And here it is right here. It says no more limit to the number of official visits prospects can make. Previously, it was 5. It says football prospects will be limited to 1 OV per school unless there is a head coaching change. So, I don't know if they could go to 30 schools, but, just 1 official visit per school. But there's no more limiting them to just 5 official visits, period. And so it says the council adopted new recruiting rules for official visits and unofficial visits. Moving forward, prospects will no longer have a limit to the number of official visits they can make to NCAA member schools. So, look, I think it's, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because my thing is this: it could make the process longer, or it could possibly, delay you already have delays in some of these guys making commitments. But I think, I think it's two sides of it. They can see more. So look, man, if you have a recruit that's good enough, you're probably gonna start seeing some schools just limit how many, because that's going to increase spending. So we just gonna have to see how it works out. But look, it's no more five recruiting trips. You can get as many as you want, basically. So, of course, we'll see the top prospect probably taking 30, because they can take as many as they want. Somebody, high caliber guy. So you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think about that recruiting news. And here is the article out of the LA Times yesterday, and this is the new NIL we have, and it's called the Victory Formation. And here you see it is. One of the new groups reared to join suddenly a crowded field of NIL collectors at USC, started by Miguel Hernandez, a USC alum and financial advisor to several Trojan athletes, as well as Jeff McKay, grandson of legendary USC coach John McKay. The groups are told the Times it intends to function as a full-fledged NIL agency for USC athletes, tapping into a roster of former Trojan athletes to not only help find and facilitate endorsements, deals, and appearances, but also offer athletes everything from content creation and mentorship opportunities to financial literacy Training and Legal Counsel. So, look, it says it marks a fascinating waypoint during the whirlwind to start the NIL era at USC. So, look, it is go time. Look, we by the time it's all said and done, we might have 3 or 4 NIL things going on. So, this is the new one right here. It's called Victory Formation, and that's what we can expect. So, let's get to some notes from spring practice yesterday. For the last spring practice, 14. You guys know 15 to be Saturday. They're gonna wrap it up with the spring game. All right. So, just to give you guys an idea of how everything is probably going to look tomorrow. In the first defensive pursuit drills today, yesterday in practice, you had Caleb Bullock, Solomon, Solo, he was out there, man. Sierra Wright, Keon Bars, Jamil Muhammad. These are the starters in the defensive pursuit drill. So this is probably what is going to be projected to be, just so you guys know. Let me repeat that again. You had Caleb Bullock, Solo, Sierra Wright, Keon Bars, Jamil Muhammad, Shane Lee, Jalen Smith, Mason Cobb, Damani Jackson, Jack Sullivan, and Bryson Shaw were in the first unit. The second unit, they had Anthony Lucas, Anthony Beavers, Jacoby Covington, Prophet Brown, Stanley Tulafofo, Tackett Curtis, Max Williams, Sam Green, Dejon Bitten, Rajon Davis, Christian Roland Wallace, and they made up the second unit. So those are the guys that were in the second unit. And then for the offensive linemen, they had Michael Turquin at the left tackle, Gino at the guard, Justin Dietrich at center, Jared Kingston at the right guard, Jonah Maiheim at the right tackle. So look, doing the drills, man, and you guys already heard it. Linebacker freshman Tackett Curtis and senior Chris Thompson Jr. They blocked another one. So these guys continue to do things, man, blocking kicks and doing all kinds of stuff. But look, those are the starters. This is what it's going to be. We're going to see how it looks when we get out there, when these guys get out there on Saturday. The second unit, to me, in my opinion, is just as good as the first unit. That's where this team is about to be different, man. You guys are getting ready to see some major depth that we've never seen before. So you guys hit me in the comment section, but did you guys notice one name that I didn't mention? Corey Foreman. So that's kind of, we'll see where that goes, man. You guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. All right, so hit me in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. Jalen Hurst is on post. He's on the campus. Look, he's standing right next to Lincoln Riley, man. You guys hit me in the comments. Tell me what you think about that. And what are your thoughts on Mason Cobb talking about Tackett Curtis? Shane Lee talking about Tackett Curtis and Coach Odom. I mean, this thing is really, I believe this guy may be, I don't want to prematurely say this, but I think we are about to see a number 55, man. How do you keep him off the field, like I stated before? And you guys remember, I talked about him being the #1 linebacker. He was so underrated. Louisiana State Player of the Year. He is the #1 linebacker in the country to me. That's how I've always viewed him like that. So you guys hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. And then the new NIL group. What do you guys think about that? Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Even the official visits, man. The new rule changes, man. Is this a green light just for these guys that just take many trips and delay their decision? You guys hit me in the comments. Let me know on that, man. Until later on, man. Listen, until tomorrow, everybody stay blessed. Make sure you stay focused. Don't forget to get up, get out, and make some things happen. Fight on, fight on, fight on.